Have you ever noticed how two people with the exact same income can live completely different financial lives? One is constantly stressed, drowning in decisions, unsure where their money went. The other moves through life with a calm sense of control, building wealth quietly in the background. Same income, same job, same city, but two completely different outcomes. The difference isn't intelligence, it isn't discipline, and it definitely isn't luck. It's simplicity. Most people try to manage their money with 20 different rules, 15 budgeting categories, and a dozen apps. But the people who build wealth they can actually maintain follow just 5. 5 rules that reduce stress, eliminate decision fatigue, and create a financial system that works even when life gets busy. Today, I want to show you those 5 rules. Not the complicated ones you see in textbooks, not the trendy ones that disappear in 6 months. These are the rules that quietly build long-term stability, the kind of stability that makes wealth possible. But before we get into them, let's start with a moment you've probably lived through. Imagine this. It's the end of the month, you open your banking app, you scroll through your transactions, and you feel that familiar frustration. How did I spend this much? Where did it all go? You promise yourself you'll be more disciplined next month, you'll track everything, you'll budget harder, you'll try again. But next month looks exactly the same. This is the cycle most people live in. Not because they're irresponsible, but because their financial system is too complex to maintain. Complexity collapses under pressure, simplicity survives. So let's break that cycle. Let's rebuild your financial life using the 5 rules of financial simplicity, the wealth you can actually maintain. Rule number 1, one decision controls everything. Most people make dozens of financial decisions every week. Should I buy this? Should I save that? Should I invest now? Should I wait? Should I move money here? Should I pay this off first? Decision fatigue destroys financial stability. Wealthy people reduce all of those decisions into one. What percentage of my income is automated? That's it. If you automate your savings, your investing, and your bills, you remove 90% of the decisions that cause stress. You don't need discipline, you don't need motivation, you don't need to try harder. You just need one decision. Automate the percentage. For most people, 20 to 30% is the sweet spot. But even 10% changes everything, because once automation is in place, your financial system becomes self-maintaining. You don't have to remember, you don't have to track, you don't have to fight your impulses. The system does the work. And here's the open loop. Rule number 3 is the one that saves people the most money, but it only works if rule number 1 is in place. Rule number 2, one account for spending. This rule feels almost too simple, but it's one of the most powerful. Most people have their money scattered everywhere. Multiple checking accounts, multiple savings accounts, multiple cards, multiple apps. They think more accounts equals more control. But more accounts equals more confusion. The wealthy simplify everything into one spending account. All bills come out automatically, all investing happens automatically, all savings happen automatically, and whatever is left in the spending account is yours to use guilt-free. This eliminates the constant mental math of, can I afford this? It eliminates the anxiety of, what if I overspend? It eliminates the chaos of tracking 20 categories. One account, one number, one clear limit. This rule alone reduces financial stress more than any budgeting app ever could. Rule number 3, one habit prevents lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is the silent killer of wealth. It's the reason high earners stay broke. It's the reason people feel stuck even when their income rises. It's the reason financial progress disappears. But here's the good news. Lifestyle creep is easy to prevent with one habit. Every time your income increases, increase your automated savings and investing first. Not after, not later, not when things settle. First. If you get a raise, automate the raise. If you get a bonus, automate the bonus. If you get extra income, automate the extra. This single habit protects your future from your present impulses. It ensures your lifestyle grows slower than your wealth. It guarantees that every income increase becomes a stability increase. This is the rule that saves people the most money over time, and it's the rule almost nobody follows. Rule number 4, one number defines financial peace. Most people chase a feeling, security, stability, peace, but feelings are unreliable. They change with stress, with mood, with life. Wealthy people don't chase feelings. They chase a number. That number is the emergency fund multiplier. For most people, the multiplier is 3 to 6 months of expenses. But the real power isn't the number itself, it's what it represents. It represents breathing room. It represents time. It represents protection from chaos. It represents the ability to make decisions calmly instead of desperately. When you know your multiplier, you know exactly how much peace you have. And when you increase it, you increase your peace. This rule turns financial anxiety into something measurable and something fixable. Rule number 5. One path builds wealth without burnout. Most people try to build wealth using complicated strategies. Stock picking, timing the market, chasing trends, switching accounts, comparing funds, watching charts. It's exhausting and it's unnecessary. Wealthy people follow one path: long-term automated index investing. Not because it's exciting, not because it's trendy, but because it's simple enough to maintain for decades, and decades are where wealth is built. This rule removes complexity, it removes stress, it removes the pressure to figure everything out. It gives you a path that works even when life gets messy. Because the truth is, wealth isn't built by the smartest people. It's built by the people who stay consistent the longest. And consistency requires simplicity. If you follow these 5 rules, your financial life becomes calm, predictable, and stable. You eliminate decision fatigue. You eliminate lifestyle creep. You eliminate chaos. You eliminate the pressure to constantly manage everything. You replace complexity with clarity. You replace stress with structure. You replace chaos with calm. And here's the final callback to our opening contrast. The difference between the stressed person and the calm person was never income. It was simplicity. It was structure. It was a system that works automatically. These 5 rules give you that system. And if you follow them, the next habit becomes effortless because your financial life finally has a foundation strong enough to support everything you want to build.